Hi everyone. I was called to do this video today for Saturn going retrograde in Pisces. So I'm going to do one big video. I'm going to put the timestamps for everyone, and we're just going to take a look at what it means for Saturn going retrograde. It goes retrograde on the 26th of July, and it will only station back in Aries. It will station back in its normal course of direction on January the 10th, December the 10th, apologies, December the 10th. Okay, so what does it mean when Saturn is going into retrograde? So Saturn going into retrograde is going to give us a moment to pause and review on our structure. It's going to give us an insight into what's been working, what hasn't been working, what is it that we need to restructure, what is it that we need to take accountability for in our lives on our own. Saturn is the lessons that we learn. Saturn will come in and say, have you given yourself a good enough structure? Do you have a routine that works for you? Have you started something this year that you are now kind of in the middle of and saying, I'm not really sure if this is for me? I don't know if this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Maybe you've changed along the way. We are 7 months into the year, and it's just Saturn saying, okay, we now need to take stock and review how this is affecting us individualistically, because it's in Aries. It's also giving us the sense of we need to complete any unfinished lessons that we may needed to finish this year, because we are in Aries. It's a brand new starting 12-year cycle in the astrological wheel. So this is Saturn kind of saying, have you finished those lessons? That 12-year cycle, have you wrapped it up? So what does it look like for everyone else? That's what it predominantly looks like. It will begin to ask you, you may have started this relationship, this career, this project, this side hustle. Does it still align with what it is you want from your life? Are you still getting the most out of it? Does it still excite you? Does it still bring you passion? Does it still bring you the money that you're seeking? Does the relationship still give you value? Do you see it long term? Do you see there to be a future? Because Saturn is also long term. It's about our future. It's about our goals. It's about the foundations for our life. Okay, so I'm going to run through all the signs. I'm going to go through all the signs, and I'm going to start now with Aries. Everything will be time stamped, and we will go through all the 12 zodiac signs. Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for Saturn going into retrograde in Aries on the 26th of July, and it will station direct on the 10th of December. What does this look like for you, Aries rising? It's going to be retrograding in your first house. So this is about yourself, your identity, your individualisticness, away from group dynamics, who you are, what your identity says about you. This is going to look like if you have reinvented yourself personally. Do you still align with that reinvention? This is also building confidence through discipline. What does that look like when I say that? So if you have decided that you want to start a new fitness regime, are you sticking to it? Are you doing it for the benefit of yourself, or are you doing it for the benefit of the compliments that you're going to get from others, or the recognition from others? Or are you genuinely doing it for you? So asking yourself, why am I trying to do this? And then if it is for other people to recognize your self-worth and your value, Saturn will say, we need to correct that, because your self-worth and your value and your happiness comes from you, within you. So we need to kind of re-look at that and take stock of that. Also taking responsibility for your health. That's something that's really important as well. Letting go of identities that you've outgrown as well. Saturn will ask you, do you still identify as that person? Do you still identify as this human being that you once were, that before this 12-year cycle? So it's a call for you to become the person you want to be, not by pretending, but through consistent actions. Okay, so let's start going through your messages. This is from Mother Gaia. We have mushroom, recycling, breaking down problems. Okay. When this card comes up, recycling mushroom, it kind of asks you, actually, that's not what the meaning is. Let me have a look and see if I can find this for you and read out just the question, because it's the question that I am looking for. Where is mushroom? Sorry, this book is not chronological. It's so random. It's ridiculous. That's my only negative review about this deck. Okay, mushroom. Have you run into a challenge that may best be addressed if broken down in smaller pieces? The mushroom card supports you as you break down problems into smaller issues and work to solve them separately to make incremental advances in your life. The discoveries you make with every step forward can be used to nourish and enrich future projects. I mean, if that isn't what Saturn is asking you to do, then I don't know what is. Astrologically, you have Leo energy. So Leo season could be important to you, could have been important to you, or it is going to be important to you as I'm filming this on the 26th of July. Saturn's gone into retrograde today. So Leo, it's now time for you to shine and put yourself out there and be the person that you've always wanted to be, the identity. Who is this new Aries? You know, what are you wanting to represent? We do have Stormy from the universe, which says that it could be a bumpy ride. There could be a bit of a push pull internally or externally. I don't know. We'll find out soon when we do the tarot. And then we have doubt. So your higher self is saying to you, second guessing yourself only leads to more indecision. Trust yourself to do what is best for you. Okay, so let's have a look and see where we're going with the tarot here for Aries, predominantly Aries rising, but it can apply to Sun, Moon, and Venus as well. So let's see where we are going with this. What does the tarot? How is Saturn in retrograde affecting Aries with this Leo shine, stormy, mushroom, and doubt? From the oracles I'm picking up here, Aries, it's kind of showing me that you want to do something, but you're second guessing yourself and you're afraid to step into the spotlight. There could be a little bit of tug within yourself or with the people around you. And it's a case of breaking down the problems. Two of Pentacles, going back and forth on something, trying to create a solution, find a way to do something. The Three of Cups could be with your family and friends. Tower at the bottom. Okay, Temperance. Okay, Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Temperance. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower, Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Cups. A little bit of confusion here with an opportunity that may have possibly come about quite suddenly, unexpectedly, and it's going to put you in this kind of like, what do I do, deliberating energy. You know, what do I do, where do I go, how do I move forward with this, how is it going to affect my everyday routine, am I going to be all right with this, do I go for it, do I not? So there's some kind of going back and forth here, trying to figure something out. It could be with your friends and family because the Three of Cups is there, but let's have a look and see where we'll go with this message. Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles for Aries, please. The Ten of Swords, the Empress, the Knight of Swords. Clarify the Three of Cups for me. There's that stormy energy with that Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Five of Wands. Seven of Swords. Wowza. Queen of Pentacles. Aries, I don't know if you've had some stern words here with a mother energy, or someone has approached you and said some things to you that have made you feel a little bit, you know, Two of Pentacles is about your time and your resources. And I think you may have spoken to another person about this and said, this is the direction I want to go in. I don't feel like I identify with what I've been doing for the past 12 years or 6 years, depending on how long you've been doing it. But it feels like you're ending something here and this other person isn't taking it too well. It could be that you are deciding to move in a different direction, go a certain way. Maybe for some of you with this Knight of Swords, even going back to something that you once used to do. But it's kind of like follow your heart, follow the direction that you want to go in, because the Empress is showing up here, which tells me that it's you putting yourself first, admits saying, do you know what, that phase of my life has ended. It's now time for me to step into the role of leadership, the role of authority. It's now time for me to do what I want to do. I'm not going to be caring and putting other people's needs before mine. Now, 3 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Definitely some kind of argument here that transpired when you said this to this other individual, when you kind of said, this is the direction I'm going to go in. They may not have taken it too well. They may have fought you on this with that stormy card there. And the doubt is the 2 of Pentacles, you going back and forward on something. But it's a sense of, you're putting yourself first through all of this. Queen of Pentacles, right? You're kind of saying, I need to do what's right for me. 5 of Wands to the 7 of Pentacles. This is clearly you lied. You've told me a lie all my life. It could be 3 of Cups that maybe you're beginning to see throughout this transit when Saturn goes into retrograde, how you don't identify with your friends and your family anymore. You've changed to a cellular level, a core level of yourself, where you're saying these people just want drama, they want conflict, they want to fight all the time, and I don't want any of that. You've got the Temperance card there, where it's like, I just want peace, I want there to be calmness, I want there to be serenity. So it seems like you're putting yourself first throughout all of this, and breaking down the problems is just finding different ways to come up with a solution to difficult things that are happening in your life. Let's find out what the Temperance card is, and then we will get advice for you. Clarify the Temperance for me, please. Thank you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, beautiful, and the 8 of Cups. I'm not surprised. So this is you saying, do you know what, eight of this is you saying, literally 8 of Wands, you're aligning yourself in the direction that you want to go in, and you're saying, look, I know it's going to take a long time. I know I'm going to have to build something here. I'm going to have to restructure my life completely. I'm going to have to work on dedicating myself. I need a plan. I need to make sure that I am following my routines to the T. Archangel Michael is even saying to you, take one day at a time. Temperance to the Knight of Pentacles is, there is no rush. Go nice and slow. You don't need to rush anything. And it's a case of taking that risk and gambling on yourself. 8 of Cups is just walking away from things and people that you no longer resonate with. It's like you don't align with these people anymore. You're saying, that's not who I am. That's not where I want to be. I don't want to be a part of that. That's not something that I resonate with anymore. Oh, wowza. Transformation is beautiful from your spirit guide. So that's your spirit guide saying to you, your transformation is coming along. You just need to persevere. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. And if you do come across problems, Aries, it's a case of breaking it down into smaller pieces so that you can tackle it one day at a time. Knight of Pentacles, one day at a time, making sure that you have the right plan in order, the right to-do list, like what am I going to do? But this is you saying, do you know what, I'm going to take a gamble on this, and I'm going to not just risk it in a way where you think it's pointless, but you're risking it in a way where you're saying, I'm going to do what's best for me because I feel like that is what is best for me. End of. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this is a blessing in disguise. The 10 of Swords is always a blessing in disguise, Aries. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. Okay, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped, and I will see you in our weekly reading for the week commencing the 3rd of August. Okay, and if you would like to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in my bio. It's all donation based, and you always get 45 minutes with me. So saying all that, I wish you a blessed week. Take care. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, predominantly Rising because we are doing messages of Saturn going into retrograde. And what does Saturn going into retrograde looks like for you? I'm going to use this deck for you. So Saturn retrograding in your 12th house is all about healing and closure, which I think Saturn's going to support you on this one because you've got Chiron in your house as well, which is going to really end a 12-year cycle of loops and repeated cycles that you chose not to break away from, or you found like you had no control of breaking over it. So what does this look like for you? It's very positive for you, but it's also introspective. It's you going deep down within, like that Hermit card, and asking yourself, what is it that has been hidden from me all this time? What is it that I have been hiding? What is it that I now need to face and look at and review? So this is bringing emotional healing for you. It's ending karmic cycles, like that 12-year cycle that you were not able to break, but now you can finally break it and say enough is enough. I'm done with this. It's also you releasing fears, anything that has held you back because of fear. It could even be like, I've always wanted to go bungee jumping, or I've always wanted to go skydiving, and now all of a sudden you feel that you have the courage to do this. It's also going to bring a lot of spiritual growth to you, and you'll be less inclined to step into the spotlight, which is perfect as well because the North Node and the South Nodes are changing and going into Aquarius and Leo. And with the South Node being in Leo, it's kind of like work behind the scenes. It's not time for you to step into the corner now and kind of be boastful. And I mean, that's all nice for you to put your work in display, but because the nodes are changing, it's all about collaborative work. It's about cooperating. It's about fulfilling your own hopes and fears, but working behind the scene, especially for you. So let's get into your reading, Taurus, what it means for you for Saturn going into retrograde. Let's have a look and see what Mother Gaia wants you to know, your message from Mother Gaia. You have fog, obscurity, and feeling lost, which is that 12th house. Okay, I'm going to read just the questions out for you because I think that is all we need to look at. I don't know what these are because I haven't looked, so just bear with me. It will take me just 1 or 2 seconds. Here we go. So it says here, do you have a problem plaguing you that could benefit from a different perspective? Okay, fog isn't a solid obstacle. However, it's like a veil, temporarily blurring your surroundings. Just because you can't see clearly doesn't mean the path isn't there. Carefully feel your way forward, one step at a time. Perhaps you need to move in a different direction to reach your destination. Sometimes all it takes is looking at a problem in a new way. The fog card prompts you to practice looking at things from other points of view, not anyone else's point of view, just a different point of view, like a different perspective into your life. Okay, astrologically, what do we have for you? We have 5th house, passion. So for some of you, have a look and see where Aries is in your chart, because Saturn is going retrograde in Aries. If you follow sidereal astrology, which is Vedic astrology, it's going back into Pisces, but either or, it's entirely up to you. None of it is wrong, none of it is right. It's just different perspectives, right? Like fog. 5th house, passion, but there's something here about source saying to you, it's time for you to tap into your creativity, your children, your sexuality, romance, dating, going out, fun, connecting to your sacral chakra as well is going to help you. Then we have soulmate. Wowza. Okay, so there's something here about your soulmate, which I actually think it's the ending of a cycle, but we may see something else. You never know. The tarot loves to contradict me. We have no. Okay, this is your higher self saying no is a word we all need to use more often and stand on it. We also need to accept and receive it as a right of others. So if someone says no to you, it's just a no. If you want to say no to someone, you have a right to say no to someone else. Okay, you don't need to say yes. You don't need to feel emotionally guilty because of that 12th house placement when Saturn goes in there. It could be for some of you, you have Aries in your 6th house and it's all about service, how you're of service to someone. So your 6th house is saying to you, sometimes it's best that you just say no. Okay. I want to get one spirit guide message for you. Thank you. What do we have? We have Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. I think you got this on your weekly reading, and so did everybody else. So Source just really wants to reiterate the message, and your spirit guides want to reiterate the message that love is all around you right now. Okay. So let's have a look and see what the tarot is saying for you for when Saturn goes into retrograde and it stations back on I want to say it's January the 10th. It's either January the 10th or December the 10th. I can't remember. But let's get 3 cards out here for you, and then we will clarify all of them. Ace of Cups. It could be a new love. It could be a new soulmate. It could be a new love for a passionate project. It could be something that you just fall back in love with, something that makes your heart skip. 8 of Cups. Okay, I'm getting so many messages already for you, Taurus. So many, but let me just wait and get one more. The Tower. Okay. You're the second sign to have got the Tower. Aries had the Tower at the bottom of their reading. Bottom of your reading, you have the 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the Star. This is you saying to me, I need to follow my North Star. I need to move into the direction that I think is best for me. It's healing, it's revitalizing. 7 of Pentacles is you saying, I'm patiently waiting for my ships to come in, with that 3 of Wands as well. Like, you're waiting to either get clarity on the direction you need to move forward in, or you're waiting, for some of you, you're waiting for a pregnancy to give birth. But for others of you, this is you kind of saying, I need to make sure that I'm moving in the right direction. I need to make sure that where I'm headed is filled with longevity, sustainability. It's going to give me growth. It's going to give me expansion. I want to advance in the future. I don't just want to settle for career upon career. I don't just want things coming out of nowhere anymore. I want to make sure that I know where I'm going and am I heading in the right direction. 7 of Pentacles is a why card for me. It's asking the questions of, am I doing the right thing? Have I planted enough time and energy into this? Am I giving enough attention to something? Do I need to cut my losses short now? Am I getting the results that I've always wanted or I've expected? Because it feels like you're expecting something to come in. There's some kind of expectations here with your future, because the Star is your hopes, wishes, dreams, and fulfillments. You're kind of saying, this is the direction I want to go in, but you're unsure. You're unsure of the direction you want to go in. You're still asking yourself why. Okay. Ace of Cups, new love, a new love for yourself, a new love for your environment, a new love for your family, a new love for a project, a passionate new beginning, or it could just symbolize new soulmate coming into your life. Business, platonic, romantic, take it however it resonates. 8 of Cups, there's some kind of detachment happening here when it comes to your worth and your value. With that Empress there, you're saying, I'm not going to settle anymore, and this is a turning point for me. I need to finally say, with that 12-year ending of cycles, it's time I walk away from something from good, detach from it for good. The Tower is a sudden change. It's a shock to the system. It's reality. It's enlightenment as well. So let's see where we go with this. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Thank you. The Page of Wands. The 9 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. This is you again asking yourself, 8 of Pentacles, very focused on your stability and career here, and the foundations you want to set for yourself. So you're saying, what will make me fall in love with what it is that I do every day. For some of you, this is you saying, I want a career. I don't just want a job. I want a long-term career that's going to fulfill me, so that I don't feel like I start something 6 months later and I finish. And that's exactly what Saturn is asking you to do. It's asking you to ask these questions. So it seems like you're asking the right questions here, Taurus. You're kind of trying to figure out, what is it that I want for my future, for my stability, for my foundations? What will make me happy? But the nine of Wands there is very frisky energy, and it's connected to the 5th house, which is about passion and creativity. He has this exciting energy about him that says, okay, I'm going to wander off and go do that, and if that doesn't work, then I'll try that, and if that doesn't work, then I'll try this. But it kind of tells me with that 9 of Swords there, you don't want that. You want something serious. You want something stable. With that King of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups is saying, I need something that's going to nurture me and fulfill me. even if it is a relationship, this is you saying, when is this ever going to change? Because the Nine of Swords is a repeated cycle. Okay. Eight of Cups. So it feels like this is where you are right now, asking yourself all those questions. Okay. Eight of Cups, you've got the Ace of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords, second person to get the Seven of Swords in this position, Seven of Swords, and the Strength card. This is you saying, you know, throughout this retrograde to yourself, it's really unfortunate that I'm having to move away from these people, situations, idea, creative project. I've had to let go of it. But in all honesty, I'm lying to myself. I'm lying to myself here, and I'm just prolonging the end. I'm just kind of saying here, no, I'm strong. I'm going to keep up at this. I'm going to stick to it. I'm determined to do this. But I think as soon as you see the truth and you get clarity and you say, okay, well, do you know what? Maybe this isn't working. Maybe this shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't have to be this hard for me to follow my dreams or do my dreams. But for me, it could go both ways. You know, it could go both ways for me, because I'm a great believer personally, and this isn't for me to impose my ideas and my beliefs to you. And I know nowadays everyone says those, you know, work smarter, not harder, but sometimes we have to work hard in life. And this is what Saturn teaches us. Saturn will reward us if we have put the work, time, and effort in. And your hard doesn't necessarily mean it's someone else's hard. There's two different definitions of hard. You could find lifting a 6 kg dumbbell excruciatingly painful, whereas another person can find it as cheap as chips. They could just lift it up and make it look like it's nothing, like they're He-Man, right? So your definitions of how much effort and time you put in is completely different to someone else. So don't let anyone else say to you, you know, you need to just persevere. You're self-sabotaging yourself by ending this too quickly. If it doesn't feel right to you, Taurus, separate away from it. If your gut is telling you, even though I can't see the High Priestess, but I'm picking up on the High Priestess, even if it doesn't feel right within your gut, that Eight of Cups, and you feel like you have emotionally disconnected from that because it's no longer what it is that you truly want from your life and desire. For some of you, maybe you want to quit your career and go traveling, but you're thinking, you know, I want to follow my heart, Ace of Cups. I want to follow what my dreams are, what I want to do. You know, fog, obscurity, feeling lost. I don't know what to do. So it's all of that. So, but I would say this to me looks like self-sabotaging, and it also looks to me like soulmate energy here. Yeah, Hierophant, there you are, commitment. The other message I'm getting here is that some of you've walked away and ended a cycle with someone that was continuously lying, someone that was continuously breaking your heart, cheating on you, stabbing you behind your back, that was not really in your corner. And you tried for a very long time to be gentle and soft and kind to this individual. You had a lot of patience with them as well. You really, really tried for a long time with this person. And this is you saying, you know what, enough is enough. Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups, I'm done. I can't continue this cycle anymore. And it's emotional healing. It's emotional. And that's what the star is. The star is being healed. You're healing it, but you're then also saying, you know, okay, well, when is the next thing coming? When am I going to feel better? It takes time, my love. It takes time. What's the Tower doing here? Something unexpected or freedom in light? Wow, Three of Swords has come up in reverse. This is emotional healing for you. And I think you will be surprised how quickly this comes in, how being relieved from that burden that you've been carrying for a very long time, from the betrayal, from the pain, you let it go, you emotionally disconnect and separate yourself from it, and you begin to see how easy it is. You may even shock yourself. You may even say, well, hold on a minute, I actually feel okay. I feel okay. You know, Two of Cups, Six of what? See, you overcome it. You overcome that. Four of Cups, I like that. The Emperor, I really like that. And the King of Swords. This is you saying, you know, I've overcome this. I am now healing my relationships, all connections as well, not just romantic, not just soulmate connections, but this is you saying, I'm overcoming this and I'm beginning to heal it. I want to overcome this. I want there to be some kind of recognition for both parties. And you could even say, do you know what? I'm not doing this for the reward and the recognition. I'm simply doing it because I can't trust you. I don't want people to turn around and say, oh, you know, is look at Taurus, how strong is Taurus getting back with that individual? You're not doing it for that. You're not doing it for that. You're simply doing it for the case of, this is my healing, it's my journey, and I'm gonna feel how I feel throughout this journey. But the Emperor to the King of Swords, this is someone that never goes back. They don't ever go back. Once their mind has been made up, that is it. I mean, for you to get the Emperor alone, but then with the King of Swords, the King of Swords is the only one in my opinion as a tarot reader that acts with truth, fairness, control. They don't get tempted, and the King of Swords is the only king that can cut through the devil energy as well. He's intelligent, he's ambitious, he has clear boundaries, he doesn't discriminate, he's very diplomatic as well, and he's loyal to a T. So this is you saying, like, I will never ever go back there. It's not ever happening. So it seems to me you're closing out a cycle here, Taurus, filled with emotional pain and emotional worry, emotional anxiety as well. And you're finally detaching yourself and walking away from things that have just left you a little bit confused. And I feel like you are the one that's saying no now. With that fog energy, you're the one saying no. Enough is enough. This can't continue like this. It's not healthy. It's not what I want. So it seems like you have a long way to go. And I say that because the Seven of Pentacles is, for some of you, 7 years you've been going through this. 7 years you've been going back and forth on doing what it is that you thought would have been the right thing to do. But I think you're putting an end to this. You're saying no more. You know, that is done. I'm no longer doing that. I'm no longer going through that. Let's see if we can get some advice for you for Taurus. Let's see if we can get some advice for Taurus. Just saw the Five of Wands. Advice for Taurus, please, source. Advice for my Taurus kings and queens. Thank you. We have, wow, quite a lot. We have the Queen of Pentacles, looking after yourself, putting yourself first, Judgment, turning over a new leaf, never ever going back to who you once were, ending a situation completely, freely as well, without judgment, without care. The Fool, look at that, brand new beginning. 10 of Swords and the Two of Swords in this deck. She's undecided. She has complete decisiveness. She knows what she wants. She knows what she's going after. 10 of Pentacles, you're thinking of your career. You're loyal. Who's loyal to you? Who can I trust? And that's exactly what you're doing. And you're doing this with a brand new beginning. And I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. So this is still saying to you, this is what you need to focus on, Taurus. You need to focus on a new beginning and make a judgment call to release all of that pain and that hurt, that emotional cycle. Most importantly, putting yourself first, Taurus, okay? Making sure that you come first in all your future endeavors. And if you're not comfortable with something, just a simple no. Just a simple no. Archangel Michael, message for you. Let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. I mean, we saw that with the Fool, didn't we? And the Judgment. The Fool and the Judgment with the Tower, huge awakening moment for you. And that is what Saturn has for you. That's what I have for you, my loves. And if you would like to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in my bio. But that is where I love you and leave you. And I will see you next week for your weekly reading. Take care. Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So let's get into your Saturn retrograde message for you, Gemini. Just a quick rundown, specifically happening for you if you are a Gemini rising or any Geminis really, because Saturn is in your 11th house. Saturn is going retrograde in the house of your friends, your future goals, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. This is going to look like you reviewing the people, the situations, the certain projects that you're working on, your career, your foundations, your stability, what it is you want for your future. How this will manifest and look for you is by reviewing the people around you. Like I said, right, it's your friendship circles as well. So your friendship circles may change. You may realize that you've outgrown certain friends that you've had for the last 12 years, because this is a 12-year cycle, because we are now in Aries, and this year is the fire horse. But it's also because of that, it's a whole new astrological year. So you will begin to realize that your friendships are changing, your professional networks are changing, the way you associate yourself with the people that are in your workplace or in your community, the people that you see every day. So if you're in college, or if you're in university, or if you're in school, or if you're retired, and it's the people that are around you in your community and you're part of the, I don't know, PTA or the council, things like that. So you'll begin to realize and ask yourself, do I want to still make an effort with these people? Have I outgrown them? Do we not see eye to eye anymore? And then it's your long-term dreams as well. Where do I want to be in 5-10 years time? What do I want to do with my life? What do I want my life to look like? Sorry. And this could be also being involved in your community, and choosing quality over quantity in your social circles. So you would rather have 2 or 3 really good friends that really understand you, that share the same morals and values and ethics as you, rather than having a large social group that you don't get along with. So let's have a look at your messages from Mother Gaia. You have watering can, okay, and that says asking for help and sharing the burdens. Now let's have a look and see what that says in the book Watering Can. Bear with me a second. None of these are in chronological order, so it takes a minute to actually find. There we go. 55 is changes. 55 is changes. Easily resolved, though. They're not difficult. So the question's asking you here: is there something in your life that needs outside attention or an injection of energy from elsewhere? When you're lacking something, however, it can at first be hard to admit you need to ask for help. The watering can card tells you that something in your life needs external support, or that a burden needs to be shared. Don't be afraid to lean on others. The reciprocal relationship between you and nature means that sometimes you're the one who needs nature's help, and sometimes nature needs your help. So this is a case of asking for help, sharing the burdens, not carrying everything on your own. And it could be that you need to rely on your community a little bit better, or you need to rely on your friends and family a little bit better. Astrological from the universe, you've got progression journey. You've come so far, Gemini. Just take a look and take stock of where you've come so far. But this is a journey that you're going through. This is taking it easy on yourself as well, knowing that you're progressing. And progression doesn't need to look like something big, grandeur on the outside. This could be like everyday choices that you're making to change situations inside, when it comes to your hopes, your dreams, your friendship circles, and just taking the time out to see, I've come really far, and I should be at least proud of myself for everything that I've accomplished so far. Exactly that. You've got growth. Okay, source wants you to know that you've grown so much. There is still something, though, here with that watering can, that you may need to ask for help. You may need to seek assistance. This is still saying to you that you may just need to put your pride aside and ask for the help, no matter how much you think that you've grown, and no matter how much you think that you've progressed on this journey. We're never too big to ask for help. Your future self. Hatred is like a cancer. It destroys you from the inside. So making sure that you are, that's a bit of a weird card, that one, I have to say. It always makes me feel like there's someone around you that is hating on your growth and your progression, and they see it in a way where I don't think that's coming from you, Gemini. And I'm not just saying that because it's you know, what every tarot reader says, but it makes me feel like I don't think that's from you, if you want my honest opinion. Let's get your energies out on the table here. We're going to pull 3 cards and then expand on each of those cards. But I feel like this is still saying to you, there's someone around you that is not happy for your succession. They're not happy with your growth. They could even be jealous of you. Okay. 3 of Cups and the 9 of Swords has come out together, which tells me that for some of you, there's either a wound here pertaining to family, friends, something that you're having to look at through this Saturn retrograde when it comes to your family and friends, a certain wound, perhaps, that you've not addressed, that Saturn wants you to take a look at. We will clarify on that, but let's get the rest of your cards out. We have the 4 of Pentacles, which is about your stability, your future, you know, securing yourself and making sure that you are on the right path, or there's something that you're holding on to. Okay, that's too many cards. I just want 1. Thank you. Okay, they've given me 2. So by the end of the retrograde, this is you focusing on, again, your stability and your future, but it's also you taking a leap of faith on yourself. Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but predominantly is Capricorn energy. And Capricorn gives us that determination, that drive, that push to say, do you know what? I just need to take a risk on this. I need to look forward to the future. I need to go and do the thing, do the damn thing. I can't just keep procrastinating. So what is this 9 of Wands and 3 of Wands doing here for Gemini, and what does it pertain to? I mean, this is friends, and Saturn is in your 11th house in Aries. Can you tell me what? Thank you. The Hierophant, your beliefs, your morals, your values. For some of you, you're tired of putting up false pretenses. 8 of Pentacles. You're tired of putting false pretenses up and you're saying, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, exactly that. Queen of Wands and the 7 of Wands. You're taking a look at your life and saying, do you know what? I need to build a secure foundation for myself. I need to surround myself with people that I can trust, people that I can rely on, people that have the same morals and values of me. And this is Queen of Wands is Aries energy. But I think this is giving you, I think that Aries energy is giving you the confidence and the drive to say, do you know what? I don't think I align with these people anymore. I think that we've been going back and forth on this. I think that I put all the effort in. I think that I do the majority of the work. Because the Hierophant to the 8 of Pentacles, this is you saying that I do majority of the work here. I always put the effort in. I always initiate contact. I always say, okay, well, let's go and do this. Let's go and do that. I'll always initiate the first text message. They will never contact me. This is me always going out there. And this is you, because Queen of Wands is bold. She takes the first steps. She goes out and she marches to the beat of her own drum. She does what she feels that she needs to do in order to make something work. And she's very confident in that. But with that 7 of Wands there, this is you saying, no, I'm not doing that anymore. So for some of you, you're realizing when it comes to your friendship circles, who and what you want to put effort in and time into. And you're saying some of them just are not worth my energy and my time anymore. And there's a boundary going up there. 4 of Pentacles. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? Security, stability, holding on to something. We have the Devil, the 10 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. I love this for you. I do love this for you, but this is Saturn energy. So you're the only one that's had Saturn so far come up. More Capricorn energy. So I feel like for some of you, this could be like real determination amidst the pain and the heartbreak that you've gone through in your journey and the growth that you've gone through. You're saying, do you know what? Come hell or rain or sunshine, I don't even know how the saying goes, but this is you saying, I will succeed at this. Whatever it is that I am trying to build for my foundations, for my future, I'm going to be so rooted in it. And I'm going to accomplish it. I'm going to have something to celebrate at the end of it. Because the Devil to the 10 of Swords is that, you know, I've really been hurt. I've really been backstabbed here. I've really been betrayed to the point where I felt restricted and restrained from all of this. For some of you, you are holding on to this. I can't deny what the cards are saying as well, because it can go both ways. And for some of you, you're still holding on to this pain. You're still holding on to something that is holding you back as well. The devil keeps you in chains. It likes to keep you limited. It likes to keep you bound. It likes to keep you shackled. But it's also our lessons. So this is Saturn saying to you, you know, what have you learned through the pain that you've had to go through in the past? What lessons have you learned? Even though the Hierophant isn't here and the Hierophant is over there, but this is you taking stock of all of that. You know, you're working through it. You're showing me here like I'm working through my values, my beliefs, my ethics, and the lessons that I've learned. I'm applying that now. I'm applying that to my everyday life. So this is Saturn saying to you, like, I see you. And if you were to restructure and reorganize your life the way it's supposed to be, or if you really look within and kind of ask yourself, like, what is it that is burdening me here? And I think the burden is this pain, it's this betrayal, and you are holding on to it. You're still holding on to it. Why is that how is that what does the Four of Wands mean, is what I'm trying to say. What does the Four of Wands mean for Gemini? Thank you. The Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so you are thinking about your future stability. How do I get to the King of Pentacles? How do I succeed? How am I able to have a serious income, a serious career, a committed career, relationship, foundation, my friends, my community, my dreams, my hopes, my wishes, the longevity of things. So this is you saying, I want to succeed in that. I want to create a new life for myself. And that Ace of Wands is what it is. It's new life. It's physical. It's fire. It's passion. Four of Swords and the Star and the Ace of Cups. That's exactly what Saturn is saying. Saturn is saying here, you will be rewarded throughout the end of this transit, because Saturn likes to reward us, but only if we really look down deep within ourselves and do the hard work. For some of you, you're having to cut out some friends here that are no good for you. For the ones that kind of, I wouldn't say leech off you, but because hatred is there, the ones that are jealous of you, the ones that give you false recognition only to be in your circle to kind of say, oh, well, I'm Gemini's friend and Gemini is this and Gemini is that. And because I know them, it just automatically means I'm this and I'm that as well. So you could be really successful. You could be really ambitious. And you know that saying, birds of a feather flock together. So they may say, but because I know them by association, that means I'm that kind of person. Some of you, Saturn's asking you to look at that. Saturn's asking you, are they just leeches? Are they really your friends? Okay. Again, that Three of Cups and Nine of Wands, it could be gossip as well, because the lower vibration to Gemini is gossip. So for some of you, watch who you say things to as well, because it could be misconstrued with that Hierophant and that Seven of Wands. I would just be careful. But this is Saturn rewarding you. Okay, King of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands, but there's some kind of pain that you need to let go of here that's holding you back. It's chaining you. Queen of Pentacles to the Fool. Queen of Pentacles to the Fool. Brand new beginning. Nine of Pentacles and the Judgment. Get out of here, Gemini. I mean, come on, dude. With the Temperance card, you're fusing your worlds together as well here. You're blending your worlds together. This new beginning is like I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm making a judgment call here. I'm rising to the occasion of this, and I'm going to put myself first, look after myself, nurture my life, nurture me, and create an environment that's so beautiful that I'm not going to need anyone else but myself. And this is what Aries asks you. This is what Saturn in Aries is asking you. How are you going to create your environment, you just individualistically, to a place of comfort, a place where you are comfortable, and a place where your immediate family are comfortable? And this is you tempering that as well, you know, and moving in the right direction, giving your time to things that, because the six of Pentacles is about time. It's charitable. It's like who you spend your time with, who you surround, what you consume, what you give attention to. The Temperance and the Eight of Wands is aligning yourself and being in balance, being patient with yourself, giving yourself that permission to not be perfect, to make mistakes along the way. It's the only way we grow. It's the only way we learn. It's the only way we evolve. But this is a beautiful reading here, Gemini. Absolutely beautiful. You're taking things into your own hand and you're saying, I'm going to be focusing on myself. And when you release this burden, when you release this pain, beautiful energy is coming. And this is how Saturn will want to reward you. Financially, you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles on the table. So this is you being a mothering figure to the people around you, your community. And then you got the Queen of Wands. This is you being confident, looking smart, looking beautiful, self-independence with that Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful read. Progression, journey, watering can. What is this asking for help? It's just one thing I wanted to ask for. What is this watering can asking for help and sharing the burdens for Gemini, please? Source. I wasn't clear on that. The Five of Wands, building something, achieving some, creating something. Because Five of Wands for me sometimes can be you having the muscle power and the strength to persevere amidst the hatred, amidst the jealousy, amidst the competition. What is the Five of Wands doing here? The Eight of Swords. It's a funny message. The Wheel of Fortune. The Empress. I'm not surprised to see that. The Empress and the Seven of Cups. And the Six of Swords. Can I have one more, please? I just want to see something. Six of Pentacles. Okay. It seems like whatever you're feeding your time and energy and attention to here, there's some kind of confusion and conflict within yourself or among other people. And I don't think this is good for you. I feel like you can't ask for help. You're saying here, I can't even go to anyone for help. Even if I did need help, Sharifa, who do I turn to? Six of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. I don't know who I turn to. I don't know who I can ask for help. Because I feel like you're telling me here, I'm surrounded by people that just want to compete with me. They want to fight all the time with me. They want to create petty dramas. But the Wheel of Fortune there, this is all saying that cycle needs to end. That needs to come to a close. You need to find out, you need to see that there are many ways, many options available to you. You have choices. You don't need to go to the people just that you know. You can find new people that are mothering, that are nurturing, new people that will see your worth and see your value and help bring peace into your life. So you're telling me, I don't even know who I can go to. And Source is asking you to make new connections and make new friends where you're able to get the help and the advice that you need, not from your regular Joes that are in your life right now, because I don't think most of them, that Hierophant there with the Eight of Pentacles, they're not on the same vibration as you. They're not on the same path as you, let's just put it that way, in a nice way, Gemini. So I think that's sort of saying to you, you need to find people that are more like-minded to you. Okay. Archangel Michael message: be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Okay. That's what I have for you, Gemini. If you like that message, please do click like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a reading with me, you can do from the link in my bio. And until I read for you again, I hope you have a beautiful and peaceful week. Take care. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising. Welcome to your reading for Saturn going into retrograde in Aries. So we're going to take a look at what the cards are saying for you, but I just want to give you a run through from my notes. So Saturn is going into retrograde in your 10th house of career and reputation. If you are not in any kind of career and you are retired, this is how you are seen or known for in your public reputation, how people see you in your community, your friends, your families, PTAs, supermarkets. It could be as simple as that, how you are seen around the people when it comes to your what you do for them. If you're not, but if you are in a career, this is predominantly your 10th house, your career and your reputation, and your career is going to be your main focus for the next couple of months, regardless of what's going on, because the nodes are changing and Jupiter is in Leo and there is a solar eclipse and then there's a lunar eclipse in later on. This is going to be the main focus for you. Saturn is asking you here, have you learnt your lessons when it comes to your career? Are you ready to shine? Are you ready to be seen? And it could look like a professional restructuring where you're changing your career. You could decide, I don't even want to do this anymore. It doesn't align with me. Or you could decide that you want to go and start a brand new career that's completely different to what you studied in university and what you graduated in. It could also look like you having to learn leadership lessons, how I lead, because it's in Aries, and it's in your 10th house. This is still saying to you, are you ready for that leadership role? Are you ready for that promotion? Are you ready to level up? It's also, again, like I said, your public image. Why are these? Shouldn't be public image. As I split the deck, it's split on the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. Leadership role, recognition, being seen, not afraid, not hiding behind the scene, It could also look like maybe some promotions will be delayed for you because Saturn has gone into retrograde. And that's not a bad thing. That's just Saturn saying we need to revisit the idea of if you really do want this. Because if a promotion did come along, Cancer, let's be honest, you wouldn't turn it down. You would say to yourself, do you know what, I may just stick to this a little bit longer. I may just make the effort a little bit longer, and then when things completely go to shit, then I will leave, so it's a good thing that Saturn is in retrograde in the 10th house for you, because it means that there will be delays, there will be a little bit of frustration, there will be a little bit of apathy, but most importantly, it's a sign for you to slow down, take stock, and ask yourself, is this really the direction I want to go? And at the end of the retrograde, if it is, then by all means, by all means, the promotion will come back around. And the one thing that you must always remember, Cancer, what is meant for you will never, ever pass you by. Okay? It's already in your divine plan. It's in your Dharma. It's there for you. It's written in stone. And some of these challenges that we face is just, you need to remind yourself that this is happening for a reason. I chose this. What lessons do I need to learn from this? Because Saturn gives us lessons. Sometimes they're hard lessons, but they are so rewarding at the end of it. He rewards us in big and massive ways that sometimes I just think, my goodness, didn't see that coming. So Mother Gaia wants you to know you are protected. Salt, banishing negativity. Okay, you have salt there. So for some of you, you may need to protect yourself in your work. Protect yourself when it comes to your public image, your public life. If you're putting yourself out there on social media, if you're going out there networking, if you're going out to meet people, really do make sure that you are fully protected and you're cleansing your energy daily as well. Don't take things for granted just because 1-2 weeks you feel good. It should be in your ritual. It should be in your daily ritual, especially if you work with it within the spiritual industry. Okay, what question does it ask you here? I just want to show you. Salt. Is there someone or something you need to set a boundary with for your own well-being? Okay, so setting boundaries as well is a form of protection. The Salt card reminds you that you have easy means to dispel negativity and protect yourself. You don't have to struggle. Salt is your partner in self-defense. Draw boundaries and keep yourself guarded against negativity. Remember to keep the energy surrounding you as clean as possible. And that will help. Salt will help. Salt baths, protecting yourself around your home. Salt is very good for home as well. Okay. Second house, resources, is important to you. Second house it's not just money, it could also be about your self-worth and your self-value, how you see your self-worth, your conditions of worth, how you were raised, how lessons that have been put upon you are no longer the lessons that you live by. So you're now saying, do you know what, I don't resonate with that anymore, and you lied to me for my whole life. And it's being conditions of worth, right? If you were raised to do certain tasks and then you get a reward at the end of it, now you could be raising your children in a completely different way and saying, well, I don't want my children to only do good and then think that they're only going to get a reward out of that, or the only way they get a reward is if they do something good. It should be unconditional, right? And so you could be looking at things like that as well. The universe wants you to be truthful. You have truth. You could be seeing the truth here. You could be seeing who really has your back here, in your career. The second house as well, resources, it could actually just be about your career. So it could be like budgeting, financing. It could be making sure that you don't spend your money all at once, making sure that you're budgeting accordingly, and you give yourself limits to what you can spend and what you shouldn't spend, and then putting some away in your savings. Your higher self, you've got guarded. Of course, it's normal to have your walls up after being hurt, but after a while, your walls may be keeping out just what you may need to heal. Take a chance, okay? Let's have a look and see what these lessons are for when Saturn goes into your 10th house. Okay. One more shuffle for Cancer, please. Let's clarify salt, second house, and truth. Let's see where we go with the message, Cancer. Let's clarify salt. Two of Pentacles. This is making me feel, for some of you, you need to put boundaries on your spending, or boundaries up in your workplace. Some of you have two jobs and you're being asked, what one do you really want to do? What one do you want to put your effort and time into? What one gives you more resources? What one do you feel more protected in and more secure in when it comes to your future? Or you have two ideas and you're going back and forth on, do I risk it? Do I go and do this? Do I go and do that? Second house. What is second house for Cancer? Thank you. King of Pentacles. Everyone has had the King of Pentacles. Everyone. And you're the fourth sign I'm reading to today. King of Pentacles is your stability. It's your future. It's how committed are you to becoming the status of the King of Pentacles? How much work and dedication and consistency do you show up consistently? Do you value your money? Do you respect your money? Do you respect yourself when it comes to money? Truth. You have the Moon and the Lovers. Okay, for some of you, your personal life is affecting your career life. And this is Saturn saying to you, you need to see the truth of the matter when it comes to a situation here. The Moon could be secrets, it could be doubts, it could be fears, it could be insecurities. It could just be you saying that I'm keeping a lot of things here, and the truth is this needs to change, this needs to happen. But there's some kind of decision in love here that you are trying to make. It could be what this guarded is, that you're guarded over this relationship and with this truth. How that pertains to your 10th house, we will find out. But I think this is Saturn saying to you, you need to protect the boundaries of blurring your relationships and your professional life. I think the boundaries are blurred, and one is seeping into the other. And I think I got this message for you a couple of weeks back, Cancer, where You're allowing your relationships to affect the way you are showing up at your workplace or your career or your projects or your own business. You're allowing it to fuse and to mix, and it's destabilizing you in some way. So this is what Saturn wants you to review and focus on these next couple of months. When I say couple of months, it's there till December to the 10th. I don't know. Don't ask me. What's this Two of Pentacles? Thank you. Okay. Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So some of you are having to make a decision here when it comes to your structure with the Knight of Pentacles. Your sources, Saturn is kind of trying to tell you here, you need to protect what you have, but at the same time, you need to decide what it is you want to do, because it feels like this work that you're the journey you're about to embark in is not going to be an easy road. It's going to be long. It's going to be tiring sometimes, Four of Pentacles, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be long. It's going to be tiring. But if you were to look at it to the point where you say, I'm going to be consistent, I'm going to be reliable, I'm going to show up every day, I'm going to dedicate my time to this, I'm going to put in the effort, I'm really going to make sure that I give it my all and give it my best, there's some kind of reward towards the end of this for you, where Saturn's saying here for you to go to like Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles is about stability, creating security, knowing that you have enough, knowing that you will never ever be in a place where you think I don't have enough. But it's also holding on tightly and you're kind of holding yourself back here, because the Six of Swords is moving ahead, and then the Knight of Pentacles is really slow moving. So there's some kind of, do I go towards that? Don't I go towards that? Do I go towards that? But this is really safe and secure. But if I was to go here, so there's a lot of back and forth, debating within yourself. I mean, we've got the World, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and we've got the Page of Swords. So this is just research. This is Saturn saying to you, you may just need to ask questions, research what it is that you want to do. Like really delve in and say, if I put a plan, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles is. So get a piece of paper, Cancer, and just put job 1, job 2, career 1, career 2, relationship 1, relationship 2, whatever it is that you're debating about, either or, A or B. Okay, A and B. A, this is what this is, that is, this is, that is, this is, that is. B is what this is how long it's going to take me to get there. This is what my projected salary is going to be. This is what my future is going to look like in this relationship. And then, is it factual or is it a dream? Because Saturn is about lessons. And this is Saturn saying to you, the world, there's something should have been closed up by now, but you're still working on it. Something, the cycle should have been completed by now. So what is it that you're still working on that Saturn's saying, my dear, that should have been closed off by now? So something from the past. So for some of you, this is a relationship that you're still contributing towards with the Six of Pentacles there. You're still contributing to this relationship. You're still entertaining it in one way or another. For others of you, your old job, job place that you're in now, you're still entertaining it. You're still giving. You're still giving time and resources and attention to this. And Saturn's asking you, do you forever want to be stuck, going back and forth? Or do you actually want to move? And with the protection there, with the banishing negativity, I feel it's within you, Cancer. I feel like Saturn's asking you, like, you need to banish this indecision once and for all. So second house and resources, you got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Some say it's Capricorn. I believe it's Taurus. We have the Chariot. Okay. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Justice. So you're trying to do the right thing here. So two things here, Cancer, because I'm going to read it both ways because the messages come through. Sometimes it's just one message. Sometimes it's two that I get, okay? And what I'm getting from this is that there's two lots of you out there. So first group, a relationship that you're in that is not seeing your value, that's not seeing your worth. Saturn is asking you, and Saturn is giving you the determination, come this Saturn retrograde for you to finally move away from this relationship, because I don't think it's been just. I don't think it's been fair. What's the Justice card doing here? The Three of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. Wow, so oh my goodness. No, I'm not one of those readers that automatically assume that Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles is a third party. But in this case, Nine of Pentacles to the Empress. That is why they're moving you away. You know, look, Five of Cups, the Hermit. Let's have a look and see what this is. The Hermit, Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands. You're wondering here, is this ever going to change? Is it ever going to get better? Are they ever going to see my worth and my value? Are they ever going to see it? Because you've disappointed me so many times in this relationship. You've put me on the back burner. You've left me all alone. You've left me at times where you've not contacted me. Weeks and weeks have gone on end. Months and months have gone on end. And you've not contacted me. Because I asked what the Justice card was. And the Justice card is that Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. And it could be third party. And it doesn't have to be just cheating. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be interruptions. It could be work. They could put their time into work too much. They could always have the excuse of, I can't do this and I can't do that because I have to work. I can't do this and I can't do that because I've got commitments with my friends. And it's like with the Empress there, Saturn saying to you, like, second house, your worth, your value. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing your worth and value? Are they seeing your worth and value in this relationship? Is it not time that you move away from this relationship? Is it not time that this relationship is looked at and reviewed upon? Because the only negative card, Five of Cups to the Nine of Swords, is like, for some of you, this could be reconciliation where you're saying, okay, we're going to try one more time. Amidst the disappointments in the past and my still conscious worry that I have, that's still present to this day, that's not gone away, because the Hermit silently at the back of your mind there, with that wisdom and that knowledge that you have, you're telling me here it's only a matter of time before it happens again. What is this about, please? Ten of Wands, dropping your burdens. In the After Tarot deck, he drops his burdens. And the Three of Pentacles turns up again, but he's completed the work there. He's assigned the work to himself and he's doing it on his own. He's not asking help for anyone. For some of you, business, second house, resources, 10th house, career. This could be a partnership. This could be a business partnership. This is the other message. Three of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. This is you working with other people, but asking yourself here, like, is it structured? Does it go to plan? Is this going to succeed? And if it is business, I think this is a really good reading for you, Cancer, because this is clearly saying that something will be overcome here. Something is completing here, but there's some kind of restructure within the company, within the business that you're going to have to do. With the Empress being there, I think that you may need to lead this. You may need to create the foundations and the base for this, whatever this is. That's just what I'm picking up on. And I would say after the disappointment, or if there was disappointment from the past, this is Source kind of saying to you, or Saturn is trying to say to you, please don't worry about that. We just need you to make sure that everything is structured. Everything is structured in a way where it's going to run smoothly with or without you. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone out there, but that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, let's have a look at what this Truth and Lovers is. Okay, let's see if we can get something for the Truth and the Lovers. That was an awful cut, Sharifa. The Lovers and the Moon. What's the Lovers and the Moon doing here? We have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands. There's that Ten of Wands again. The truth is, you have had to do a lot in this relationship. Okay, the Moon to the Lovers. There's some kind of secret or a burden that you're releasing here. You could be doing it under the full moon in Aquarius, or under the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse. We've got really, really huge, powerful, impactful moons occurring these next 3 or 4 months. But there's something here about you were the one that initiates everything. You initiate contact. You initiate. Why am I getting that? This is nothing to do with a relationship. Okay, keep going. Tell me more then. The Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Ah, okay, that's what this is. So you're making a choice here, Cancer. It could be by the moon of the Aquarius moon. What's the moon? Show me what the moon is. The Five of Swords. Doesn't really tell me. Show me the moon. The Five of Wands. Wowza. And the Ten of Swords. Cancer, this has taken a little bit of a twist. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of a turn here. You're choosing to put something to bed to end the manipulation, the snappy comments, the lies, the backbiting, the gossip. But the moon is hidden from you. So I think you're finding the truth out here, because there's truth there, and it could be in a relationship. There's something here about it could be a romantic relationship where you're finding out that your partner has either been talking about you behind your back, or or you were doing that and they get wind of it. It could be that Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands. There's something here about you impulsively, or they impulsively say things at the heat of the moment, and then they try to come back and make it back up to you by apologizing and saying sorry. But by then it's like the apologies are stacking up. They're mounting up one after the other. Like, how many more times do you say this? How many more times do you come back and apologize? But this time, Wheel of Fortune is there. There is a change, and there has been a shift. So Saturn is asking you, are you ready to shift into the cycle of you putting yourself first, Cancer, of you loving yourself, of you pouring into yourself? Are you really ready now to let go of all of this? Because the Lovers, the Moon, the Five of Swords, Five of Wands, Ten of Swords, this is Saturn saying there is a choice, my loves, that's coming. Something is happening. It's not a tower moment. It's just, I think someone's going to come forward with the truth here, because the moon is things being kept in the dark. And then it's kind of like the cycle is like they passionately come back in, they apologize, they make it up to you, but it's like it gets heavier and heavier and heavier each time it happens. And now Saturn's saying, Wheel of Fortune, it's time. It's time this cycle comes to an end. It's time this loop stops. Are you going to love yourself, nurture yourself, condition yourself, put yourself first, Cancer? Let's see what Archangel Michael has for you. Don't settle for less. I love when these cards it's like mic drop. You are a child of the divine, and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Do not give up. I mean, if I was to look at that in a dream sense, it could be Knight of Cups is your dream, passionately and moving ahead with your dreams passionately, with excitement, with adventure, and saying, do you know, I'm going to complete this. And the moon could be your doubts, fears, and insecurities within yourself, where you're conflicted with yourself. You're like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? And then you finally make a choice because you see the truth, and something changes and shifts inside you, and you go ahead and you start this new adventure, and you do what it is that you truly want to do. So it could be both ways. There's a lot to tarot. It's very complex sometimes, and I'm learning that. I've been reading for 5 years, but it's different because I don't know all your situations. If I knew privately what was going on, I'd be able to say, yes, the relationship is this and that, or the career is this and that. But there's something here I think about your career, where you're fighting yourself about which direction to go. Do you follow your dreams? Do you follow your heart? Do you follow your passion? And there's a push and pull internally if this is your career, because 10th house is your career. So, but it looks like you decide to follow your heart, Cancer. Towards the end of Saturn retrograde, you're saying, I'm just going to follow my heart, Sharif. I'm going to do what's right for me. What makes my heart sing? Cancer, that's what I have for you. If you enjoyed that reading, please do click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. And if you want to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in the bio. Until then, I am sending you love. Take care. Hello, Leo. So we're going to do your Saturn going into retrograde in Aries. And this is happening in your ninth house. So your ninth house for you, Leo, this is your beliefs, your values, your morals, your ethics, what you stand for. It could even be religious beliefs. It could be that your beliefs in religion are changing, what you've been indoctrinated with your whole life, what your family has taught you to grow up in your certain religion. It could be your culture. It could be that you don't see eye to eye now with them. You want different from your life. It also pertains to higher learning. So for some of you, you could be going to do a short course. You could want to go back to uni. You could want to get your degree. You could want to get your diploma or your certificate to enhance your career. The ninth house, I think, is adjacent to the third house. So you could be communicating this as well to others that are in your life. But predominantly, Saturn is about the lessons we have learned around these topics, and it's you internalizing these topics. You could actually be the only sign that communicates this with other people. So this is your worldwide view, and it's evolving, it's changing. It's not something bad. It's not something that's going to make you feel like you should be excommunicated from the people that are around you. But because the third house is your siblings, it's your community, it does pertain to short distance traveling as well. You could all of a sudden say, do you know what, I don't want to use the car anymore because it gives up too much emissions. I'm going to walk, I'm going to cycle. But this is, like I said, again, you returning to education. For some of you, you could want to travel more as well, because the ninth house is Sagittarius energy, it's Jupiterian. So it's very going out there to the world to learn new cultures, to see different ways of how people live, how people learn. It could be you want to start a new language because of that third house. It could also, you could all of a sudden want to learn something in a different language. You may want to study Spanish, French, Mandarin, I don't know. But you do begin to question your beliefs as well. You kind of start saying, does it align with me? Does it still fit me? Does it suit me? Saturn again is structure, it's discipline, it's saying we need to get this is the area of your life that really needs to be looked at. And you could also publish new things because of that third house. So you could change your beliefs and put it out there. You could write a blog on how you've changed. You could also have a look at the teachings, the way you communicate to your children, the way you handle things when it comes with your siblings and your neighbors. But it's filled with wisdom, it's filled with growth, and it's growth through experiences, because that's what Sagittarius is about. Sagittarius and Gemini, and especially Gemini in the third house, and then Sagittarius in the ninth house. It's about what experiences have led me up to this point for me to think I need to restructure my beliefs and my values and my ethics. It's not certainty. It's not something that's going to be set in stone, because we all change and evolve as humans. So it will vary in our lifetime. But right now, Saturn is saying we need to align you with maybe things a little bit more updated. Okay, so let's see what Mother Gaia has for you. You have broom, energy clearing and refreshing. Okay, so you're refreshing your life when it comes to your morals, your beliefs, your values. Let's take a look and see what the book says here for you. Just bear with me a second, because nothing is in chronological order in this book. I need to really find broom. Okay, it's the first one. It's the first one, right? So, a reflection question for you. What area of your life needs to be straightened up, dusted off, and refreshed? So, your morals, your beliefs. With intention, use the broom to stir up and stale energy. Sweep away negative or unsupportive energy and create a space that is ready for your individual needs. You can do this physically with an actual broom and a quick cleansing of your magical space, or mentally by envisioning what doesn't serve you being swept away. So, again, your morals, beliefs, and values are changing, right? Astrologically, you have Virgo. Virgo is Mercurian energy, which is adjacent. It's that third house. It's you communicating this. It's you getting a structure and a plan in place, putting these new plans into place. For, again, for some of you, if you want to travel, it's saving away every so often in the months and saying that's going to go to my savings for my holiday. That's going to go to my savings for my house. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in life when it comes to your goals, or even your career, your certificates, your diploma, your learning, your education, your higher education. This is you saying, I'm going to have a plan put in place. I'm going to organize my daily routines. Virgo is it's sixth house. So it's about your routines, your day-to-day tasks, your health as well. How is you going to structure all of that to align with what it is that you want to do? Affluence, beautiful, Leo, absolutely beautiful. So you have everything that you need right now for you to acquire this, for you to reach this. Saturn's giving you extra support here and saying you are very affluential. You just need to apply that into the lessons, into the structure of that. Okay, your higher self, you have baggage. Okay, resist being weighed down by the guilt and shame of the past. The past is exactly what it is, the past. So unpack and begin your healing. Start life anew and stop dragging the old into the new. Okay, that's a message from your higher self. So let's have a look and see where we're going with this. What is the broom, Virgo, digest, and affluence for Leo, please? One more shuffle. Okay, that's come out. So we've got the Three of Cups, which is friends and family, inner circle, celebration, reunion with that broom. So there's something that needs to be cleared there when it comes to your friends and family. Negative energy needs to be cleared. A new like I was saying, what you're aligned with, right? Virgo, digest, we have the Ace of Swords, clarity. Clarity comes in when it comes to you setting your daily routines, communicating that as well with your family and friends, and affluence. We have the Two of Cups. Okay, so the first thing that came to my mind here, and this is how they send me messages, is your higher self. So this is you working with your higher self. Bottom of the deck, you've got the World card, which is a cycle that needs to be closed off. You've got the Four of Cups, and you have the Eight of Swords. This is so saying to you, this cycle of you overthinking, of you being trapped mentally in your mind, of you not being satisfied, of you not thinking, okay, you could be quite picky as well, and source and Saturn are saying to you, you need to stop that needs to come to an end, because the world is an end of a cycle that needs to be complete now. You need to stop overthinking things. You need to stop putting these limitations on yourself by saying, oh, I couldn't do that, I couldn't achieve that, I would never be able to go and get my certificate and achieve this higher this, for some of you, it's foundation learning, so it's an NVQ, or it's apprenticeship, it's something creative that you do with your hands. I'm seeing like hands, hairdressing especially as well. So it could be, for some of you, you think that, oh, I could never achieve that, I couldn't do that, possibly, like, really, I could do that, but then I have this and I have that, and you begin to make all these excuses in your mind. Saturn's like, no, that needs to come to an end. So this isn't about you going out physically and getting this new thing now. Saturn's asking you, you may need to revisit that idea, and you may need to just finally say to yourself, do you know what, I can achieve this, I can do this, I have the affluence, I can do this. And this is you connecting with your higher self and saying, yeah, do you know what, we can do this, we've got this. We can prioritize ourselves. I feel like there is something that needs to be taken out though first, cleared away from your energy. So let's clarify this Three of Cups for Leo, please. Thank you. We've got the Three of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Cups. You want to... For some of you, this Saturn retrograde is going to show you that you have changed as an individual when it comes to the way you interact with your friends and family. They kind of want you to put a distance between your... I hate saying this because, I mean, you have free will, right? I can't sit here and tell you to do something. Sometimes I do argue with spirit, with source, with my guides. They know me for it now, and I will not reject, but I will ask questions. I'm a Gemini rising, so I'm very curious. And I will say, but why do they need to do that? You can't go and tell someone what to do. But what they're advising is putting some distance between your friends and your family if you feel that there is a negative energy around you when it comes to certain... This is what I get for arguing with them. If there are negative energies around you that are just not getting along with you, that they're not... let's just say that they lie compulsively and you don't, because that Ace of Wands and that Ace of Swords is there. So even though I'm not seeing the Seven of Swords, but I feel like if they're not aligned with you in some way, this is still saying to you, you need to put a plan in place. Needs to be some kind of structure when it comes to your friends and your family. Maybe putting a distance between from you and them, and bringing some new energy back into your life, like going out there and making new friends, going out there and seeing if there's anyone else that are as like-minded to you, Leo, because I think that there's this Knight of Pentacles is like you have to have a plan. But some of you are saying, but they're dear to my heart, I'm fond of them, and this is going to take a lot of courage for me. There you are in your reading. So you are going to need to be brave in all of this. There's some kind of bravery that needs to happen here, and courage, and say, do you know what? We just don't see eye to eye anymore. We've grown apart at a distance where I've gone left, you've gone right. And it's not a bad thing. It's just a case of we need to find a way to either refresh the friendship, or go out there and get new friends. But then how does this pertain to the 9th house when it comes to travel and exploration? It could be that you decide to travel, because the 3 of Wands is a travel card. It's you going abroad. It's you broadening your horizons, right? And it's new energy. So for some of you, this is still saying like you may need to make a plan. And like I said, that savings, like put in some away every week or every month after your paycheck, and just saying, okay, this is going to go towards my travel plan. And I feel like you discover new friends and new family when you go abroad, when you go out and see the world. And if it's not like across sea, it could be just like go for a coffee elsewhere than your normal coffee shop. If you need to go do shopping, go somewhere else, go somewhere completely different. Ace of Wands is a different energy. It's new energy. And I feel like these people are going to bring back that spark and that inspiration to you, because the ones that you are surrounding yourself with right now, it seems like the energy's got stale. It's kind of mundane and it's routine. So this is still saying to you, like, every day go somewhere different. Every month go do something new. Broaden your horizon. Don't just keep yourself shackled and limited into like small spaces. Ace of Swords and Virgo. What is this? Oh, okay, fair enough. We have the Moon. We have the 5 of Cups. And we have the 7 of Cups. Why am I getting that? Why am I getting that? The message that I'm hearing is that someone is saying something in secret, and it's like it backfires on them. Because the Moon is doubts, fears, insecurities, it's secret, and the 5 of Cups is disappointment, and it's crying over spilt milk, and but you can't change this person. 7 of Cups, it's like it's either confusing, there's too much There's too much being said. You don't really know what to do. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Star. It's like you've tried to heal this relationship. You've tried. I can see that. Four of Pentacles. And you're holding on to it for some reason. I don't know why. Ace of Pentacles. So why is the Moon here? Why is the Moon here? The High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. There's definitely something here about keeping something close to your chest. Very, very secret. Moon to the High Priestess is confirmation that it is a secret. There's something here about family as well, trust and loyalty. 10, the Tower. You may be seeing this now because that Ace of Swords there with the Towers, like you're seeing the truth about what has been instilled in you. Like, this is the way you should behave, Leo. This is the way you should do things. So this could be like, this could even be like a family telling you, this is how you should act. This is how you should behave. This is how you should carry yourself when you're amongst others. And it feels like you have been a disappointment, or you feel like you've been a disappointment, because the Cups is all about feelings and emotions, right? And Five of Cups is like, I feel like I've disappointed them. And I've tried. Seven of Cups, I've tried many, many different ways to kind of appease them, to satisfy them, to be perfect. Because Virgo is low vibrational, is perfection energy. And being perfect is, no one is perfect. Absolutely no one is perfect. We're humans. We all make mistakes. We wouldn't be on Earth if we were perfect. We'd be up there with the star seeds, or would be angelic guidance. We're not. So this is you saying, like, I've tried to be perfect, I've tried to do all the things that I'm supposed to do, but I feel like there's something you're holding on to here though with the Star. Like, you're still hopeful. That's what it is. You're still hopeful that one day they're going to see you for what you truly are. Ace of Pentacles, like, one day they'll give me what it is that I deserve. But there's an opportunity here. So what's the Ace of Pentacles? What does Saturn want Aries to see with this Ace of Pentacles? Okay, that wanted to come out. The Tower came out. Okay. Breaking it all down. Leo, that's what I'm hearing. You need to break all this down. This is a lie that was told. Wowza, the devil. This was a lie that was told to you. The Tower to the Devil is like seeing the truth for what it is, and seeing that this is a really, really negative energy that's held you back. And I think this is your thoughts, the Eight of Swords. I don't even think, yes, it will stem from somewhere. You know, I'm not saying you're crazy. You don't just sit down one day and imagine all these things, because you feel them, right? And you can hear them, and you probably see it as well. But with the Ten of Pentacles there, the Devil, the Tower, and the Five of Cups, this is like a long-standing kind of cycle that needs to come to a close. It needs to come to a close now, because you're seeing the truth for what it is. And Virgo is like, again, like I said, perfectionist, like being of service, always giving, always doing. So Saturn is saying, like, the beliefs that you were told when you were a child, like, this is what family is. You have to be like this for family. You have to be of service to family. You have to give to your family. No. Saturn saying, we want you to now see the truth of the matter. We really, really want you to look deep, deep down within and kind of say to yourself, I don't need to be perfect to be accepted in my family. I am who I am. Okay. What is this Two of Cups and affluence doing here? And I think this is the reward you're getting. Yeah. Chariot, determination, willpower, drive. I think this is the reward that you're getting to see after this. And for some of you, you could even meet a connection if you decide to go traveling, if you decide to go to new places, to get your shopping, to go get your coffee, to go do your daily walks, try new things every so often. This is all saying to you, like, you're going to connect to, you're going to have different connections, you're going to meet different people, because Two of Cups is generally one-on-one relationships, but it could also signify and depict the relationships that you have and the connections that you have in your life. And you will be able to see that you can find like-minded people with that ninth house transit. And this is Saturn saying to you, you will move forward with people that are giving and that are warm, that are compassionate, that see you for who you are, that see you for this loving, gentle, kind, magnetic individual that you are, Leo. And I really think that's what Source and Saturn are trying to get you to see here. Perfect. Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. You get the reward, you get the recognition, you meet different people, you meet people that are of like-minded to you, not people that are going to put you down and try to perfect you and mold you into something that you're not. This is all saying, like, you need to accept yourself for who you are as well. And if it means that you need to get rid of a few people here, a few individuals, if it means that you need to go out and do your daily routines elsewhere and find other people and meet new connections, Saturn is saying, please do so, Leo. It's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you because not only are you going to feel a lot better, I feel like these new connections that come into your life, they're going to bring a lot of affluential potential in your life. You may even, I mean, I didn't see the Three of Pentacles, but I felt it. You may even start new career ventures with them. They may become like lifelong friends that stay in your life and push you to be better and to grow in a certain way, you know, which I think is really going to be beneficial to you. Let's see what Archangel Michael has for you. Your prayers are being answered, Leo. Okay, and it says your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. So be open. Okay, be open, Leo. It's going to really benefit you. I was called to get a spirit guide message for you. One spirit guide message for Leo, please. Thank you. We have pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. That Eight of Swords that we saw, it's not going to benefit you going round and round in circles with your mind and trapping yourself and limiting yourself and keeping yourself small. Don't keep yourself small, and don't play into imposter syndrome. You can do this. The world is your oyster. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, Leo, you can achieve it. Thank you for sticking around and listening, and I hope that helped in some kind of way. And if you want to book a reading with me, you can do via the link in my bio. This is where I love you and leave you, and I will see you again next week for your weekly readings. Take care. Virgo, hello and welcome to your Saturn retrograde reading. So Saturn is in Aries and Aries is in your 8th house if you are a Virgo rising. So what does this look like for you when Saturn goes into retrograde? Oh, I've just seen a card that doesn't belong there. Let's have a look and see what this is. It's the Three of Pentacles. And that is quite funny because the 8th house is scorpionic energy. It's death, transformation, rebirth, but it's also shared resources. And the Three of Pentacles is shared resources. It's teamwork makes the dream work, Virgo. So what is it that you are looking at that you're saying to yourself, but I can't do this on my own, Sharifa. I can't do this on my own, Saturn. I need other people to help me. No. Aries is very individualistic. Aries is I am. In the affirmations zodiac sign, Aries is I am. It's all about me. It's all about you. It's about you doing things individualistically. Yes, it's shared resources, but this could be like how you share your resources. This is a deep psychological work that is being highlighted. What is it that says in your deep psychological rooted subconscious part of your mind that says to you, I can only acquire money through other people's resources? Because that's where Saturn is saying you may have felt like that for a very long time, but the cycle is now coming to a close. 12-year cycle is coming to a close. It's time for us to revisit that idea. And this is debt. This is financial review. This is you going back and looking at what debts do I need to pay off? How can I pay this off with a plan, a systematic plan in place? You are Virgonian. You are ruled by Mercury. So this is you communicating with your debt collectors or your contracts and saying, how can I reduce the amount here? How can we share it? How can we come to a negotiation where we reduce the debts? Shared finances with family and friends, because the 8th house is adjacent to the 2nd house. So this is how you make your money and how you share that money with other people in your life. It's intimacy as well, because this 8th house Scorpio energy, and Scorpio rules the genitals. So it's really looking at how you value yourself and your intimate relationships through the worth of yourself as well. How you feel that you are worthy in relationships if you are not financially strong. It's also building trust. Scorpio has many trust issues, speaking as a Scorpio sun. So it's you learning to trust that other people can handle your money as well. And it's also personal transformation. I have to be honest with you, Virgo. I think you have one of the hardest lessons to learn when it comes to Saturn going into retrograde. I do not envy you, but it's not fear mongering. It's not scary. It's just Saturn saying to you, have you learned your lessons when it comes to relying on other people to give you money? Are you able to stand on your own 2 feet? Is it time for you to revisit the ideas of saying, I need someone to help me to do this? Or can you really do it on your own? So it's learning that true strength comes from value, from facing vulnerability and honesty. It's you being really honest with yourself and saying, am I really looking at this from a point of view where I can really do this on my own, or do I think that I need someone's help? And if you do, that's absolutely fine. But it's you also being vulnerable enough to say that to someone. It's not you putting up kind of like an egoic defense system and saying, do you know what? It's fine. I'll do it on my own. Because Scorpio is like that. I should know. I've been like that all my life. And that only changed about 3 years ago, where I said, you know what? I need help. I don't care anymore. Like, I need help. And I don't think that would have ever come about if I didn't have my children, because it was seeping into my children as well. I thought, I can't have this around them. This just cannot be. This isn't the person I want to be. I don't want them to feel like they need to walk around the earth in all their lifetime, bearing a heavy burden all their life. So credit to them, they changed me in that way. But before that, I was very egoic, very, oh no, I can do it on my own because it has to be perfect. I don't trust anyone else to do it. If you want something done right, do it yourself. Bollocks to all that. I'm not doing that anymore. So let's have a look. Just bear with me. It's not chronologic, so I have to really have a look and see. Okay, 71. The reflection question that Mother Gaia wants you to ask yourself when it comes to mortar and pestle. What parts of your life do you need to blend more seamlessly? This card tells you that something in your life needs to do better. Something in your life needs to be better incorporated. It could be as simple as integrating your practice into daily life, or something more complex, like finding balance between 2 relationships, 2nd and 8th house, right? Shared. Whatever it is, take it slow, or you'll scatter what you're trying to integrate. So, okay. Astrologically for you, Virgo, we have ascendant. So whatever your ascendant, your rising sign is, if you are not a Virgo rising, this is, go have a look at your chart and see what energy astrologically they want you to incorporate into your life. But this is like ascendant entrance. You've now arrived. It's now time to make a plan, right? It's now time to put this into your daily practice of your life. The universe, magic, beautiful. And this is the rewards that Saturn's going to give you. This is a magical reward at the end of it. Your higher self's message: speak your truth. Vulnerability, right? Never be afraid to speak your truth. Stand strong, shade the ground you walk on, and never back down from your own morals and beliefs. Okay, let's get into this and see where we are going, Virgo. I'm going to get 3 cards out. Thank you. We've got the Page of Wands for mortar and pestle. Entrance. The Devil. Okay. Fair enough. Magic. It is Saturn energy, so I'm not afraid of the devil when it shows up there. I quite like it because it just means that you need determination, power, you need charm as well. Clarify magic for me. Thank you. The Lovers, Gemini energy. So we've got Capricorn and Gemini, and you. No, it's Gemini. It's not you. Tower at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I like that. The Star and the Five of Wands. You're coming to a realization here that, you know, people are who they are. I cannot change them. um, there's a calmness within you now where you're saying, yes, I see the truth. Speak your truth, right? I've realized that some people are different to me, different caliber, different class, different morals, different beliefs, and you've got that down from your own morals and your beliefs. But because of that star there, it's showing me that you're moving towards your direction. You're following your North Star. You're still hopeful, and you kind of see one day, in a matter of time, they will come round to the way I see things. Okay. Mortar and pestle, integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. You've got the Page of Wands here. There's like a spark of curiosity that's ignited into you when it comes to you wanting to do something, but you're telling me that source is saying here, Saturn saying that you might need to integrate the idea, you might need to add a little few more ingredients in there for you to get this correct or right. What's the Page of Wands doing here for Virgo? Wowza. Okay. Hangman at the bottom of the deck there. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Magician. I feel like there was a stop and start energy here. You went full speed towards something, and then you slowed down and you were like, hold on a minute, I have a new idea. And source is saying here, like, in order for you to create whatever it is that you're trying to create here, I don't know who this King of Cups is to you, or if this is you, or you feel really good about this and you're listening to your intuition, but there's something here you'll say, source is saying you need to revise the plan. There's a plan here that you initially you had this idea and you thought, right, I'm going to do it, and you actually went out and you started doing it, and then the Knight of Pentacles came in and was like, hold your horses there, Virgo, slow down a little bit. There's still some things that we need to work through here. There's still some plans that we need to put in motion. We need to make sure that this is sorted. We need to make sure that plan B is incorporated in the idea. We need to make sure that if you're going down route C, that you have this, that, or the other. So this is about a creation, something that you're trying to create, your reality, bring kind of down into earth, knowing that, yes, I have all the tools. That is your energy, Mercury energy, that you stopped in your tracks. You were like, hold on, I need something here. Like, even though I feel that this is a really good thing for me to do, I feel like this is going to bring me a lot of happiness and a lot of contentship. I feel like this is the right direction for me to go in, but you've stopped. And it could be that Saturn has stopped you and caused the delay and said, hold on a minute, we need to revise the plan here. Because I don't know if you're relying on this Scorpio to do whatever it is that you need to do. It could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but they're kind of saying here, hold on, because deep down inside, High Priestess, you know better. Like, you know better. You have the knowledge. You know what it is that you need to do. This other person isn't going to bring you satisfaction. So we just need you to hold on a little bit there. There's some missing ingredient in your recipe there that Source and Saturn are like, we've put a stop to this because there's still some things that you need to work through. So how would you incorporate this yourself? Because for me, I'm doing these readings based on Virgo rising, and with the ascendant coming up there, it's you, but the devil is limiting beliefs, it's chains, it's holding you back, or it could be power. So what's the devil doing here? The Two of Swords and the King of Wands. You're kind of like, I'm not sure which direction to take. yes, this is for my future, yes, this is for my goals, yes, this is what I want to do, but how am I going, what choice do I make, what route do I go down in, do I go down route A, do I go down route B? But this is like getting a practical plan, full, taking a new journey, a new step into what? Yeah, there's definitely something new that you're trying to create here, something substantial, something financial as well when it comes to money. What's the Fool doing here? I just want to get a bit more on that Page of Pentacles for you. The Strength, vulnerability, being vulnerable and asking for help, maybe, and assistance. Yeah, for some of you, you're asking. Hold on a minute. Let me just get a bit more. Why is this Saturn? Because I think I know where this is going. Hermit, solar, singular. That's you. Okay. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. You may have made an offer to someone and said, can we go into business together? I say business together because the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands is an entrepreneurship. It's a businessman, not necessarily a salesman, but it's doing business together, but with family or friends. So some of you may have thought, let's share our finances. Let's see if we can put things together and do things a certain way. How will this work? How do we go about it? How do we make this work? How do we start this new venture together? The Strength to the Hermit is Saturn saying to you, you may just need to do this on your own, Virgo. You may just need to do this on your own. You may need to pluck up the courage here to do it on your own. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups, Four of Wands. You will succeed. You will succeed. But this is something that is dear to you. You're saying here, it's dear to me. Or it could be that this Cancer is saying, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. The offer that you made that you thought was going to be successful, you thought that they were going to accept. You thought, oh, okay, well, they're going to accept my offer. We're going to go into business together. And it's like, Knight of Pentacles, slow your horses down here, Virgo. Just wait a second. So I think Saturn is asking you, entrance, ascendant, for you to step into this on your own. And with the Devil there, this is you thinking that you can't do this on your own. This is you saying, I can't do this on my own. It's impossible. How am I supposed to do it all on my own? Why is the Devil here, the Chariot? Determination, drive, willpower. I don't think you see that you can do this on your own. Why is the Devil here? What's stopping? Yeah, the time. Seven of Pentacles. You're like, I don't know. For some of you, you financially don't have the money to do this on your own. So this is all saying to you that you need to maybe team up with other people in the sense of, Eight of Swords, two of Pentacles. I don't have the money for this. I don't have the time for this. I can't do this on my own. You have the lower and higher octane of the major and minor arcana here. So this is you trapped. You're trapped in your mind because you're putting self-imposed limits and restrictions on yourself, Virgo. You're keeping yourself small by saying, I can't do this. Second house to the eighth house versus the eighth house. This is how I make my money versus how I need other people to share my finances and my wealth with me. So something here of like going into business with family, and you're now seeing that maybe you're better off doing it by yourself, or Saturn is saying you need to do this by yourself, but then you're turning around and saying, I can't do this on my own for whatever reason. Maybe you don't have the time, maybe you're too busy and you rely on other people to do the legwork for you, because that Page of Pentacles is the start of something new, right? So you're saying, like, in order for me to start this new project or this new business venture, I need to make sure I need other people to assist me in it. So the Lovers and the Magic, the reward that comes when you do things on your own, because we saw that Strength to the Hermit. This is very singular energy. You have the wisdom, you have the knowledge and the lived experience for you to do this on your own, Virgo. The Strength card is like Put your big girl panties on. Put your big boy panties on, Virgo. You can do this all by yourself. Aries and Saturn, or Saturn in Aries, is all about individualisticness. It's about me, myself, and I. Okay, so what's the Lovers doing here for Virgo? Two of Pentacles. Okay, time management, harmonizing and bringing things back into balance. Time management. The Emperor. This is Saturn saying to you, we want you to be in charge. We want you to be the driver in the driving seat. We want you to navigate your way through this, and you discover magic works through you in all of the process of this. But this is harmonizing your time management as well, bringing things back into balance and looking at things in a way where, do you know what, I've got this, I can do this. King of Swords, very serious approach to it as well, to complete the cycle. So Saturn, 12-year cycle, because Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, the astrological wheel. So there's a 12-year cycle that has completed, and this new cycle now is no longer believing, because of that 8th house, Saturn going into retrograde in your 8th house. This is you no longer believing that, oh, I need assistance, I can't do things on my own, I need someone else to help me with it. No, Saturn is saying whatever it is that you're trying to create here with that Magician card, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or bring or start a new project, you need to be in charge with this. You need to lead with integrity, you need to lead with honesty, but most of all, you need to speak your truth and be truthful to yourself, Virgo. You need to be able to see that you can do this. You are the star. You don't need other people. Other people bring drama and conflict and different opinions. Oh no, we should do it this way. Oh no, we should do it that way. And yes, the lunar nodes are going into Aquarius and Leo, and I get that. But for me, Saturn is more important, because Saturn is the lessons that we learn. It's the karmic debts that we clear so that we can elevate in our next life. So do you want to continuously repeat the cycle when you come back down on here on Earth? If you choose to, of course. So the King of Swords, what's the King of Swords doing here? What's the King of Swords doing here? And then we'll get an Archangel Michael. Wowza, the 10 of Pentacles. This is the reward Saturn wants to give you. You need to do your research yourself. It could be like you have Aquarius energy, or it could be when the lunar nodes go into Aquarius, you begin to realize and see that, you know what, all this time I've relied on my family to create wealth. All this time I've relied on other people to give me wealth and money. But this is a transformation. This is a transformation, Virgo. And I think you need to see that with prioritizing your time and your energy and leading your life, taking charge of your life, things are about to change for you. Archangel Michael message: deeper insights are at hand. Page of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. I did tell you they stopped you for a reason, Virgo. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. They stopped you, and they've put a delay on this for you for a reason, Virgo, because I could see that you were moving passionately ahead and going ahead with this and saying, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This is what we need to do. And then Saturn was like, whoa, hold your horses there. And even Archangel Michael saying that deeper insights are needed. You need to find out a little bit more. You need to ask the right questions. You need to make sure that you're researching the right things and doing things in the right way. Taking your time to really get a plan in motion here. Making sure that things are really, really going to work in your favor. Not just for now, but for the long run, for your future. Saturn wants to see progress and stability created for your future. Okay, that's what I have for you, Virgo. And if you like that reading, please do click like, share, subscribe, and you can always book a reading with me via the link in my bio. Until the next time, I wish you peace, love, and relaxation. Take care.